Welcome to Rising Tides Live. I'm your host, Sean Walchef. This is a Cali BBQ Media production. Today we are talking about circling back. Actually, don't circle back. We're talking about what are you doing in your business to make sure that you close this year strong. We have so many people that are in the restaurant space, hospitality space, technology space, and storytelling space that are part of this community. We started this show back in 2020 on the social audio app Clubhouse. Now we are live streaming on LinkedIn, YouTube, on podcasts, so you can hear us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. We do these shows every Wednesday, every Friday, 10 a.m. Pacific time, 1 p.m. Eastern time, 6 p.m. London time. Wherever you are in the world, we want you to be a part of this show. We believe a rising tide lifts all ships. So we're going to go ahead and bring up the community. We have learned a lot in the last 8 years running a media company. We have a restaurant perspective of how to close the year strong to make sure that we're ready for promotions, whether they're Halloween promotions, Thanksgiving promotions, Christmas banquets, New Year's promotions, but now on the media side, trying to get budget conversations for 2026. We have certainly learned a lot, and we're here to share all the things that we've learned, all the successes and all the failures. But let's go ahead and meet the community. We have new guests, Sarah. How do you say your last name, Sarah?
Bellew.
Sarah Bellew, welcome to the show. Thank you for being here. Please take a couple minutes and let us know who you are and what you're working on a Wednesday.
Absolutely. So I come from restaurants originally, operator, partner. Recently, though, moved to Chicago, started in a new adjacent field with a company called Midwest Foods, mostly produce. And we work a lot with local food systems, sustainability initiatives, those kind of things. So I am still in this industry of hospitality and restaurants that I love so much, but in another avenue and learning a lot as I go, which is why I'm here. The Gleam Network has a mentorship program that I was paired up with Laura Wilbur, who is a member of your network. And she invited me today and told me that this was a great place for me to grow, learn, thrive, network. So very happy to be here.
Sarah, so happy that you're here. Can you share a quick story about what you're doing to not circle back? What are you doing to be proactive in this time where we're right against Halloween, so as we all know.
Absolutely. So I mean, for me, I have all of these out there. People told me, after the first of the year. So I'm very fortunate in working for a company that has a lot of items that I can just show up and gift. So I will show up and just say, you know what, I've got candy apples. This is for your staff back in the kitchen. No, I'm not here about next year's budget. I'm here about the candy apples. I have enough for everybody today, And so I will show up and show my face and my smile and be generous and stay in front of them in a very proactive, happy kind of way this time of year.
That is phenomenal advice. Gifting and being proactive, being top of mind. There's a book called Top of Mind. It's one of my favorite books. Great stuff, Sarah. Brandon Leahy, welcome to the community. Welcome to the stage. Brandon and I just got off a call. He said he asks for advice for how to be a better storyteller. I said, you got to come join the community. And look at that. I didn't scare him away. So Brandon, welcome.
Yeah, almost.
But yeah, I tried. Maybe next week. Now, how about today? Right now.
Yeah. No, of course. No, I appreciate that, Sean. As Sean said, Brandon Leahy with Consolidated Concepts, group purchasing organization for multi-unit restaurants. I'm from the Boston area myself. Quick background on myself. I played hockey in college, Division I, then played professionally. Got into cybersecurity in sales, and I've been in this role now, Consolidated Concepts and the Buyer's Edge platform for about 2 years, and it's been awesome. I came across Sean and the group here, obviously just through LinkedIn and different things, and I mentioned to him, on our last call, just how much it fires me up to listen to him and read different things that he's posting and whatnot. And so I was actually just at the Create conference in Nashville, where we crossed paths briefly, but I was on a call, so we couldn't chat. But definitely want to reconnect with him. And the Create conference was awesome for me, as I mentioned to Sean, just meeting so many people and listening to so many awesome speakers. So kind of what led me to reach out to Sean and connect here.
Brandon, I'd love for you to share a little bit about what are you planning on doing over the next 2 months to be top of mind for customers, potential customers. Go ahead.
Yeah, for sure. I think honestly, things like this, I mean, it's really pushing the boundaries when it comes to, not doing your typical prospecting, emailing, calling, things like that. I think I really want to differentiate myself and I started posting a bit more on LinkedIn, especially after that Create conference. And, obviously we have our follow-ups that we want to do to finish the year strong. But I think this is a big push for me to continue to do things like this and, get outside of the norm, I guess.
Amazing. What's your posting strategy? How can this community help? We're an accountability community, so I like to have you tell us what your plan is so that we can all hold you accountable. And for those that don't know, we have a LinkedIn group chat, we have a Slack channel, we have an Instagram group chat. We believe you should be storytelling on all platforms. The more that we know what you're doing, the more the community can support you. But Brandon, what's your plan?
Yeah, my posting strategy, it's always been after a significant event, whether it's signing up a new customer and partnering with them. I'd always did a kind of you can see my LinkedIn, I did like a jersey swap, like if they do the NBA or NFL. And so people like that, or, after an event like Create. So I think for me, I really want to start to get in the hang of, whether it's weekly topics or things like that. I know I need to plan a bit better and strategize on what that might be. But I think, that's one of my goals.
How many posts per week?
Haven't really got that far.
What do you think my advice is?
7.
7. Yeah. 1 per day. The sooner that you get to 100 videos, the easier it becomes on everything that you do.
Yeah.
But the only way to get to 100 is to not think about it and to figure out how to make it part of your process.
Right.
Because otherwise you, me, everyone, we overthink it. And overthinking it prevents it. And you look back and you're like, oh my gosh, I haven't posted in 2 weeks. I don't know what to post. And then the next post becomes such a big deal that you end up not posting about it.
Yeah. It's a good point.
So what can you commit to so we can hold you accountable?
What can I commit to?
Yeah, what can you safely commit to?
Next
Wednesday we'll know how many posts that you posted, so we can all encourage you.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
by next Wednesday. Do you want me to commit to 7 right now?
Yeah.
Is that what we're doing?
Yeah. I want to know if you're I want to know if you're a 1% or not.
Okay. All right. We'll commit to 7 right now.
Okay. 7 videos.
7 videos?
Yeah, 7 videos. 7 posts. We'll go with 7 posts. We'll start small. Next week I'll make you do videos. But yeah, let's start with 7 posts.
Okay. All right. We're pushing limits here. I love it.
We're pushing limits. You were a hockey player. Come on.
I know. I'm used to getting puck shot at me. I'm used to, that's the easy part.
I mean, what are we talking about? This is easy compared to hockey.
You'd think so, right?
You would think so. Awesome, man. Well, thank you. Welcome to the community. We're grateful to have you here. Let's go ahead to Dean LeBay. Dean, who are you? What are you working on a Wednesday? And how are you not going to circle back? What are you doing to not circle back?
Hey, everybody. My name is Dean LeBay, L-A-B-A-Y. I'm down here in New Orleans. What am I working on? I'm just working on storytelling. And Brandon, welcome to the group. And we will hold you accountable. So just kind of FYI. Anyway, I'm glad you're here. We got I think Sarah, I think she's new, and I see a couple of old dogs, Chris and Ward. So
Don't call me an old dog, Dean.
Don't call me an old dog, but
I'm not an old dog, Dean.
I know it. I know it. Hey, listen, circle back. You know, there was that press secretary for I guess Obama. She always said circle back. You remember that? Every time I hear that phrase, that's what I think about. As far as circling back for me, you know, I'm out there telling stories and trying to help people tell their stories, and there's not a whole lot of circling back. It's kind of like, you know, best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The next best time is today. So, you know, it's kind of up to you, because I'm going to tell my story, and because nobody else is going to come to tell it. So, Brendan, I encourage you to post. I'll be right there with you and let you know that it's being heard. And if I can do anything for you, just reach out and let me know how I can help you. That's all I got. Thanks, Sean.
Appreciate it, Dean. Yeah, and just a reminder, please connect with Sarah and Brandon if you're not connected on LinkedIn, Instagram, wherever they are posting content, so we can go and support them. Spencer, Michael, congratulations to your team on the win last night.
No, that's on the win. Yeah, so 2 more to go. 2 more to go.
Yeah, you got a long way to go. It's a big deal. Go ahead.
All right, Spencer, Michael, Blue Jays fan, and from backofhouse.io, we are an area where people can go to, or restaurateurs can go, I should say, to find what's restaurant technology is going to be best for them. We got a marketplace. We've got people like myself that are just ready to help you out, walk you through the process and find the right tech. Work closely with Gordon Food Service. So how am I not circling back? I think that I might be taking a cue from your dad discussion there with Brandon around posting, because I might be.
Was it a dad discussion?
You kind of sat him down. You kind of listen up here, boy. No.
I want him
to succeed. I want everyone in this room to succeed. I want everyone in this community to succeed. The only way to succeed is it's what I tell my kids. Why do we fall? So we can learn how to get back up. You gotta fall fast.
But I think I'm going to take the same advice. I think that because I don't want to get in trouble, right, Sean? I think because I started to establish some sort of online presence around Restaurant Spenny, which is kind of that on the restaurant on Instagram persona and YouTube that I'm trying to put together, and have not done as much as I think I should. So I think I'm going to take a key from that as I move forward here into the next year is going to be a focus to be able to put that together. And then I think advice for restaurants that are hopefully listening to this, or anybody that's close to it as well, is you're obviously most of you entering a busy time of year. This is usually where you make hay. And you should have been planning for this. Your plan should be basically being now finalized going into the holiday season at this moment. And so that should hopefully just start to run itself. You put the plan together, you just got to show up and then execute. Right. What you should be planning ahead of time right now is to not circle back and think ahead is, I'm going to have an influx of cash because this is the time where I'm going to make it. So what am I going to do with that to make my business better for 2026? And start to do your research now and to say what tools or what things can I do to make myself better moving forward? Because I'm going now, how can I reinvest? So I think that's my advice for the restaurateurs out there. 2026 planning starts now. Hopefully you've got your holiday planning set and going to execute.
That's great. Spencer, before I let you off the hook, how many posts are you going to commit to before next Wednesday?
6.5. I'll do, you know what? I'll put up 7. I'll put up 7.
Videos or posts?
Well, it's got everything starts around video, Sean. You told me that.
That's what I want to hear. Video.
Exactly. So I can do my best. But
okay.
Yes, in between
7.
innings, maybe.
All right, we will turn bell notifications on for Spencer and Brandon to make sure that this is all going down. And yeah,
I don't want Brandon to suffer alone. So here we are, buddy. It's me and you.
There it is. I
appreciate that. It means a lot.
Yeah, and it's a great reminder for those that are in the restaurant space or any space, but you can't remind people enough about what you do. I was interviewing William, who is the CEO and founder of Edley's Barbecue in Nashville. So they have about 8 different restaurants, and they do a huge Thanksgiving feast that is extremely popular. But him and I were talking on the show, and he's like, I really need to do a better job of telling more people about it, because so many people that don't know about Edley's, which if you're in the South and you're in Nashville, you most likely do. But there's always new customers. There's always new opportunities to remind people you're open on Thanksgiving. You do something special on Thanksgiving. Cali Barbecue, we do barbecue on Thanksgiving. We don't do turkeys. We had a terrible smoked turkey fiasco. That's why we started a podcast, but that's a story for another day. But nonetheless, we are open and we serve our barbecue on Thanksgiving for people looking for other options. So that's a reminder to me and my team that we need to get that story out now, even before Halloween, because we want them to start thinking about it. Naki, welcome back. Thank you for being here. Who are you? What are you working on a Wednesday? And what are your plans to close this year out strong? You're muted. We can't hear you. There. Almost.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, sorry for that. Hi, my name is Naki Soyturk. I'm the founder of Across Restaurant Consulting. I want to say welcome to Sarah and Brandon. It's great to have you here in this great community, and it's wonderful to see all these familiar faces. Spencer gave great advice on to the restaurants. Funny thing is, I just did a research on restaurant spending, consumer spending on restaurants, and how the consumer spending in economy in general is tracking, and how is that reflecting to the restaurants, because something didn't click with me. So my company is a financial consulting firm, bookkeeping, accounting, and I wanted to understand the financial strategies in these markets, in these challenging times. And the research basically told me, and I looked at Fed data from there to Bureau of Economic Analysis and everything. So what that told me is that 54% of restaurant operators are actually investing this year. So there's pessimism and optimism at the same time. Only 17% of restaurant operators feel optimistic about the economy for the future, but 54% is investing. Consumer spending is increasing by 0.6%. In August alone, what that meant was $130 billion increased spending in consumer spending in general, and $13 billion additional spending year over year. And so numbers are there, but here is why I did the research. I was suspicious that restaurants and consumers in general, like, it's not, when you look at numbers in the agreement, yes, they are increasing, but the story is high income consumers are driving the sales right now. So we should understand that and act accordingly, right? Low income customers are looking for value. Middle income is the hardest to satisfy right now. And high income, if we differentiate on the experience, give people something that they crave, rather than, Cisco this, put it in the oven and like croissants pop up and that's your breakfast menu. Like, don't do that, right? Because people don't want to pay a significant chunk of money for that stuff, but they want to pay significantly more for a unique croissant, right? That's what, so for the restaurateurs, it's, one more thing. A lot of restaurants are right now working to lower their costs, right? Differentiate the experiences. So a lot of restaurants are actually on overdrive in terms of driving these sustainable long-term technology advances, putting more technology in place, efficiency, cutting the labor costs, being more efficient, and all that. So those who do not are going to be left behind when 54% is investing into the future. So as it pertains to, and you can read more in my the newsletter I'm gonna be sending after this call.
Where do you find your newsletter? Are you on Substack?
No, I'm not as technologically advanced as you are.
Come on, you're on StreamYard, right? You're live streaming on YouTube and LinkedIn. There's no excuse. Come on.
Why you say like Substack, like Instagram, like all of that? Just like my mind just blows. All I want to do is read.
How do we subscribe? We go to your website?
Yeah, Acrossway. So it's on LinkedIn. Acrossway. If you connect with me, I think it's gonna send.
Put it in the LinkedIn group chat.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate that.
You got it.
So how I am making sure that I'm not circling back in 2026 is, for the last maybe 2-3 months, I've been writing a book, and that book is, I'm putting the final touches to it. And so I want to go on more speaking engagements, connect with more people, because that's why I started this consulting firm, to help not one company make tens of millions of dollars, but spread that tens of millions of dollars onto tens of companies. That's what I wanted to do, and hopefully this book and speaking engagements will help me achieve that objective, is what I'm aiming for 2026.
Amazing. And how many pieces of content are you committing to?
I don't want to leave Spencer and Brandon alone in this endeavor. How about 3?
3?
Yeah.
Okay, 3 by next Wednesday.
Yes, sir.
All right, 3 posts. We got a deal. Chris Tripoli, Restaurant Clinic, you're up. Who are you? What are you working on a Wednesday? And what are you doing to be proactive to end the year strong?
Well, Sean, good to see you.
Always good to see you.
Spencer, go Blue Jays. Very happy last night. Brandon, welcome. And, I always have to treat hockey people with a high level of respect. 2 reasons. One, I don't understand and can't follow the game. And 2, it just baffles me that whatever's being done out there is being done by people who are willing to throw their bodies around on skates at 100 miles an hour. I can't even balance. So I don't get it. But anyway, you're lovely, and thank you for being here. Appreciate Sarah, we like you being here, even though I know you didn't mention playing hockey. Maybe you skateboard. I don't know. Restaurant Clinic. I'm a principal of the Restaurant Clinic with my brother David, and we provide advisory services for independent restaurant owners that are growing. These are small groups that require some assistance. Mostly it's in people, leadership development. Sometimes it's with product and systems as well. And so that's kind of what we do at the Restaurant Clinic. I'm really busy with restaurantowner.com. For those of you who know that website, we prepare content and educate many independent restaurant operators. And I host their podcast called Corner Booth, which has just been a ball for years. What I am doing right now, I think fits this topic. We have been all October working with clients to sort of prevent that mad rush at the end of the year. The best way to circle back, finish strong, is to have been pacing all along, kind of to Spencer's point. So we're privileged that a lot of smaller restaurants have been learning that, picking up annual planning either off of restaurantowner.com or being coached so that they've had annual planning and they see their business sort of like running, running track. And if you pace yourself through the first quarter, and if you get things done through the second quarter, and if the third quarter, obviously accomplishes what you need to, then you've got that little kick in your step, and you can, finish the race strong in the fourth quarter. So that's kind of where we've been. Annual planning helps people finish strong with their holidays. And it's because they're not playing catch-up ball on other things that maybe they didn't get completed through the earlier quarters of the year. I wanted to kind of connect to some of the comments that Naki made, because we are right there with you. We've actually coined the phrase that we are sending out for 2026, and it's to help restaurateurs find a way of climbing through the flatness. 2026 is going to be a flat year. There's a tremendous amount of downturns in the mid sector, in the lower pricing sector. Too many of our clients have discovered that minor revenue increase they've been seeing is only because of the menu price increases we've had to put through. Customer counts are actually down. So 2026 could be pretty much a no fun year. But this is the month to get with people to know that, to talk with their key staff, to come up with annual plans for investment. Like you mentioned, more than half are doing. Happy to see that. And at least planning for improved systems, improved marketing strategies, better brand management, so they can make some noise, make hay, and try to climb a little higher through what is otherwise just going to be total flatness. That's how we're reading the tea leaves for 2026 anyway.
Amazing. Appreciate you, Chris. Thank you for being here. Yeah, if you're waiting to get in, we will get you up here on stage. StreamYard only lets us get 6, 8, 9. We're a 9-pack. 9-pack of Rising Tides.
I'm going to jump off. I'm going to say, love all you guys. Let somebody else take my spot.
Thank you so much, Chris. Let's go ahead to Ward. Ward, thank you for being here. You're up. Who are you? What are you working on? And thanks for being here. What are your plans to finish the year strong? Any advice?
Well, one, Ward Oldgreen. I'm the COO of Red Onion. We basically do guest behavior analytics. We help you to understand the why behind what happened relative to guest spend, frequency, etc. So if you add a new GM to a location, we can tell you, did that person increase frequency of existing guests, things like that. What am I working on today? I'm trying to figure out how to get contact information of attendees from events that are holding that hostage, or that data hostage, because it really pisses me off. Because I think as a sponsor, you would think we would get the information, allows us to set meetings ahead of time, but again, they're holding that hostage as very valuable information. But I'm weaving my way through it, a way to be able to attach that email and contact information to attendees. So I'm working on that because it's really important. As far as committing going forward, between now and the end of the year, my goal is to put out 16 different 2-minute videos about the analytics that we do for our companies. And the restaurant industry, to me, is always about, you're building sales, but it's really, are you building sales or are you solving pain points? For us, it's about solving pain points. So you don't have to worry about trying to build sales. It just happens organically by way of doing a better job with your existing customers. And we have, our analytics go through menu, employee performance. I mean, we get down to the level of, I can identify the employees that when serving a first-time guest cause those guests to not come back as a comparison to other employees. So it gets really granular relative to trying to educate you as to what's going wrong in your operation. And we answer questions that people don't even know how to ask because the technology was just never available prior to the speed of data processing. So yeah, it's this year, it's as far as ending the year, also our focus is to target larger franchisee groups versus brand themselves. I mean, brands do a great job providing operational direction, standards, specifications, ingredients, recipes, right? But often they don't give a lot of good information relative to what's happening in each franchisee's trade area. And so like right now we have Wendy's franchisee in Puerto Rico coming on board. Nice. So these are groups that really need direction relative to, what is every single guest saying about the brand by way of how they transact with the menu. Because at the end of the day, the restaurant is the menu, and then service supports that as a direction. And so we can tell them, did Bob try this? Did Bob come back for it? Or did Bob try this and never come back for that item, but comes back to the regular item, or do they just never come back? So all the, the journey of every guest is a byproduct of their historical purchase patterns. And that's what we illuminate for every one of our customers.
I love it. Ward, the 16 pieces, the 2-minute videos, have they already been recorded and then they will be published, or what's your plan?
Well, it was a byproduct of your very first customer where you pinned them down on having to do 7 different. Hey, I can promise big. And, but again, being an old guy that, teaches new tricks, I'll make it happen. I may have to, get some additional input from very intelligent people like yourself who do this for a living day and night. But
all you got to do is start. The best advice is to start.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, we will deliver on the promise. Absolutely. Or I'll just never show up again.
We'll find you. We appreciate you being here. Thank you, Ward.
All right. Thanks.
Laura Wilbur, welcome to the stage. Thank you for being here. Thank you for inviting Sarah. We're so grateful that she's here, that she's part of the community now. Laura, who are you? What are you working on? And what is your plan to finish 2025 strong?
So great to be here, Sarah. So happy you showed up. I love that you said you're going to show up at your prospective and existing customers with candied apples. That is so much fun. Wanting some advice from you as to what I can show up with. And my belief is that showing up is 80% of success. And when we show up consistently, we're unstoppable. So kudos to everyone here for showing up consistently. I appreciate those who dropped off to allow me to join today because we were full from the jump. And so many of the things that were said are eye-opening to me related to, the importance of planning. I work with, for my job, I'm in the business of showing up for my restaurant clients and bringing friends. And by friends, I mean expense account diners looking for great restaurants for dine-in, carry-out, catering, and private events. So you can imagine a lot of these corporate clients, we have about half of the Fortune 1000 companies in the US and massive government agencies who have hired DeNova to set up partnerships with these amazing restaurants. And a lot of their dining, their dining on every level is planned in advance. So my message to the restaurants out there is, if you want to start next year strong, now is the right time to become an official partner with these corporate and government clients. And I'm absolutely happy to help. And in some cases, I speak with restaurant operators every day who some of them are looking for traffic now and for help in, building more business for the holidays because they can handle more business midweek. They're looking to drive their check averages up between now and the end of the year. So we can help there too. But really the opportunity is book a meeting. Let's get you ready to go for January 1 and focus on building and pulling market share for next year. So I appreciate, again, this opportunity and this reminder, because I'm so in the weeds a lot of times, kind of thinking about how can I help someone today? And in some cases, it's better to wait until January 1st. In some cases, the restaurant operators I speak with say, hey, operationally, we're just not in a super strong place to handle the holiday business that we already have. So, and I'm too busy to even talk to you about next year yet. But that's a mistake. We should definitely talk this month so that you can be in a stronger place starting in January when you really do need the business.
Great point. Yes. Januaries are slow in restaurants for those that don't know. For those that do know, we live it. So yeah, there's no better time to plan for January than right now. Great stuff, Laura. Elizabeth Doss, one of our fearless leaders, has been part of this community since the beginning. Who are you? What are you working on? And what are you going to do to be proactive?
Yes. Wouldn't that be great? Instead of I have procrastinated so much that I am a pro at it.
Oh,
now.
yeah. Nice.
I procrastinator. Okay. My name is Elizabeth Doss, and I am a social media content creator, as well as operating in the realm of animated GIFs, specifically with Giphy. So anytime you're searching GIFs online to send to people, I help brands and businesses show up in that neighborhood to be able to have their own custom animations and be able to text and build community through comments on Instagram, DMs, stickers, all the things. So that's one thing that I do. But so I was trying to think about this, Sean, this idea of one, I saw a Halloween costume. It was like from a workplace like type of account, but one of the costumes, it was a guy that just walked on and he had one of those styrofoam circles taped to his back. So at the office, he was literally circle back. And there were a couple others that were hilarious.
Circle back. I love it.
Circle back.
That's good.
And so a cheap and easy one for you. No, so heading into this season,
That's really good.
This is like that when we've already reached the top of the hill and the ball's just going to roll faster to the end of the year. And so as a content creator and helping people manage their social media, the more you can get ahead and get on autopilot for the days ahead, then you can focus more on family and also on building into 2026. And so it's a really great idea to plan those things out. I'm sad that Brendan left because I was snooping on his LinkedIn and he had posted about the event last week, I guess, or the Create event, and he had did a great job of like summarizing it, but he did it all in one post. So Brendan, if you're still listening, all you have to do is take the full cake of that one post that you did and do a quick video about each of those sessions or each of those interactions with those people that you had tagged, and you would have that content. My other thing is start recording your video calls and your Zoom sessions, because that's where we get to catch you in the wild. And if you have that content, it's an easy way for you to post it quickly. Now, you may think, well, it's grainy and it's my computer. No, there's a authenticity part that people will look over, especially in the world of AI, because people are getting really annoyed that when they figure out that it's AI. So the being able just to show up and just say the thing will get a lot of attention. Okay. I have two more things to say. One, I was watching Brock Johnson. He's an incredible creator over on Instagram. And he said today in a post that if you have created a piece of content, you should be posting it at least 3 times. And so every 60 days, go back and look at what you had posted, look at the reactions and the other things that have gotten, because you have a new audience probably at this point. Half the people that follow you didn't see it the first time, and the other half that did see it are going to forget that they saw it, and it'll be like brand new all over again, because we have goldfish. So especially for this end of year part, don't feel bad about reposting, and especially farming and looking at the analytics and saying, wow, this did really well before. How can I repurpose that? So don't ever feel bad doing that. And my last thing, I saw this today. It was really encouraging. She's a PhD behavioral scientist person, Dr. Karen Norden, Karen with an I. So she's not one of those Karens. She's an I Karen. But on her Instagram, she said that she creates this list of 26 things she wants to do before 2026 comes. So every year, that little number like goes up. So November 1st, that morning, she gets up, she turns on her fireplace, blasts the Christmas music, whatever you guys choose to do in that, whatever, but she gets her favorite holiday drink, and she sits there and writes down, what are 26 things that I want to get done before 2026. And this can be drop stuff off at the donation center, reach back out to that person that and just jot those things down and cut yourself a break about because it's basically like a New Year's resolution without the pressure of New Year's. It's a November 1st resolution to get 26 things done before 2026 comes. And so there's a couple of things on that side of thing. Really quick, I'm helping out with Auden Hospitality, Scott Turner.
Yes.
But he makes things so easy. They batch created their podcasts a couple of months ago. Everything is scheduled out through December. And so all that we're really doing to create content is creating little bite-sized versions that are pointing back to the bigger conversations that they're hosting on YouTube and on podcasts and on channels and stuff. And there's this idea of if you'll lean in and pour in, and you can keep pointing back towards the bigger thing. So even like today, there are several people. Hi, Sarah. Nice to meet you. There are several people today that have dropped wonderful nuggets of things. And guys, Sean has so graciously created this platform for us to come back to. So why not make a quick video or a post about the conversation today? And this is on the live section on their YouTube channel. And you can point back to people to be able to come to this area for the longer conversation. And there are ways to download the video or record things. So if you are curious about that, let's chat. But anyway, all that to say, how are you helping yourself get through the holidays and not like get to next year and feel like you disappeared for 2 months because of Thanksgiving and Christmas and all of the things that entails? So I'll hand things back to you, Sean.
Amazing. Elizabeth always dropping so much wisdom. It reminded me, actually, I saw an Instagram reel about the story of the cinder block. I will share it in the group chat. But it's so powerful because the story of the cinder block, and if people that know, a cinder block used to be 100 pounds and it was just a brick. It was just a solid brick and it was too heavy for people to carry. So what they did is they actually removed 2 holes in the cinder block so it looks like a figure 8. And the whole point of this woman's speech, this keynote that she was giving, is like, it's not only what you add, but it's what can you take away. So I know we're talking about being proactive in closing 2025 strong and doing outreach and building sales and building marketing, but it's also what can we take away? So like, what can we take away and it actually make us stronger for 2026? I'll share the that cinder block story because it was pretty powerful. Maddie Smoke, you're up. What's up, my friend? How are you? Who are you? What are you working on a Wednesday? And what are you doing to be proactive to end this year or take away?
Thank you, Sean. So Matty Smokes here, owner, operator, pitmaster, Matty Smokes Barbecue and Catering, where we bring the hospitality experience straight to you, and chef owner of JJ Cooper's Restaurant and Bar, Long Beach, New York, the city by the sea. So for me, I'm not going to lie, the new year started September 1st, as soon as summer was done and catering season was over and the busy season at the beach. But so it's kind of actually funny because I'm almost in wind down and revamp now. But you know, for the new year, it's a new me. Really trying to be a little more strategic with my operations going forward. I think you guys have seen I've done a little bit more broadcasting and what I'm doing and putting it out there for everybody to see. Just registered for a certificate course for hospitality at Cornell this year.
Nice.
So re-upping my education and just trying to really complete the transformation of being a person that works in my business and try to learn how to work on my business more so. So it's going to be a difficult process, but that's what I would say is my biggest goal for next year, is to kind of get out from working behind the pits all the time and really focus on evolving the business for the future.
Amazing. Great stuff, Maddie. Appreciate it. And how many pieces of content are you putting out a week?
So right now for LinkedIn, I'm getting 2 out a week on LinkedIn.
Nice.
2 out on Facebook, and I've been kind of slacking a little bit on the Instagram and stuff. But this week I'll be up to episode 7 on the podcast, so I'm halfway to where I'd like to be. Finally got a video editor and a producer working with me. So once I get to 15 with that, the content's going to start rolling pretty fast. So the goal is January 1. So I would say for the new year as well, I'll have a lot more coming out fast.
Awesome. Put the link of the podcast live yet? It's live, right?
No, I haven't made anything live yet.
Okay.
Still working on the schematics. Close.
Once it's live, share it in the group chat, and we'll be sure to all subscribe.
Cool. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Ian, you're up, my friend. What's up? How are you?
Doing well. Appreciate it. Yeah, Ian Hawksworth. I'm a partner with the Los Angeles office of EHS Recruiting Company. We're still bringing on new clients to end the year. And I think Laura's thing about showing up is definitely important this time of year when you get into circle back mode, because self-fulfilling prophecies can kill you when it comes to your outreach and hitting your goals to end the year. So that's the biggest part for me. I actually was talking to a recruiter in the summer, and they were in New York, and they said, I'll get you some candidates soon. But it's summer in New York. No one looks for work this time of year. And if you have that attitude and you don't take the shot, you're definitely not going to make it. So I think that's the biggest part for us, is continuing to be consistent and showing up and pushing, to onboard those new clients and continue to work with them. And then on the hiring side of things too, it's easy to say, hey, let's wait till next year to fill that role. But you might as well take advantage of like that slow January period. But if you want to onboard them in January, then you got to back up to when do I need to actually hire them in order to start them, with onboarding and training in January. So that's kind of a conversation we have with our clients pretty frequently this time of year also.
Awesome stuff, Ian. And Ward, you asked where can you forward the recording? This recording's live. So actually it looks like Mike, producer Mike, it looks like, Ward, you're live streaming from your LinkedIn. So
Yep.
you should be live from LinkedIn right now. And that goes to anyone in the group. If you arrive early, StreamYard allows us to live stream from multiple platforms. I think we can get up to 6. But one of the benefits of arriving early before 10 a.m. on Wednesdays is you can connect your LinkedIn with the help of Mike, our producer, our fearless producer, and then you're live streaming. So that counts as your piece of content.
Okay.
You can always find this podcast on the Digital Hospitality Podcast. So you can point people to Apple Podcasts or Spotify or anywhere that you get podcasts. But yeah, very good stuff. So let's go ahead. Tip, takeaway, homework assignment. Sarah, we're going to start with you. What's your tip, takeaway, homework assignment from today? Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate the courage and thank you for sharing. And hopefully you keep coming back.
Thank you so much. Again, Laura, thanks for the invite. Making sure I understand the format. Tip is something I'm tipping.
Tip is a tip that you have for the community.
That I have for the community.
Yeah.
Well, hate to jump on that wave, but show up, be someone that they look forward to seeing. So when you walk in the door, they feel good when they see you. They may not even know why, but they feel good. They're glad you're there. That's the tip. Takeaway, Naki said something about differentiating the experience. And I want to put a lot of thought into how my business that I'm working with can help chefs and restaurateurs do that. I want to be that piece for them. And then homework assignment. Yeah, I need to expand my overall social media presence in general. And hearing all of you talk about that and the goals you're setting, that'll be a major focus for me.
What's your goal?
Posts. I need to post on LinkedIn. I want to do twice a week there.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's it for now.
There it is. Well, let's connect with Sarah, turn notifications on, encourage her. Thank you for being here. We're honored to have you. We hope you keep coming back. Spencer, tip, takeaway, homework assignment. Tip is win the World Series. How about that?
Tip, yeah, exactly. 2 wins get you the World Championship. It's immensely. If you're casually watching the game this evening, just know that me and my family are stressing out over every single pitch, and
an entire nation.
The whole country is stressing hard. But it's coming back to Toronto, which is going to be a fun atmosphere. So, yeah, that I guess that's my tip. Just 2 wins and you're world champions. And takeaway and homework assignment can kind of be bundled into I have to do 7 shifts or I get in trouble. So that's my homework. But I'm glad, this is the kind of the kick that I needed to get things, because I started it and just, okay, now what? I think exactly what you said. I overthought what I was trying to do. I did some good posts, did some good videos, but I think, and to Elizabeth's point, I think I just make them raw. And I've got I think what I'm going to start off with is a lot of war stories I have from the kitchen that are, PG-13 rated. There's some of the R-rated ones I'll have to leave, not for Instagram, but I think there's definitely some restaurant stories from back in my days that I could probably tell that would get a lot of engagement. So I'll start there.
Tell the R-rated stories in a PG fashion.
I could do that as well. Yeah.
A lot of beeps.
Good stuff, Spencer. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. Ian, what's your tip, takeaway, homework assignment?
Well, I got to drop a Go Dodgers in, so we'll see how this all shakes out. But, someone's got to be the contrarian here. So
there we go.
Go Los Angeles. Other than that, my homework assignment is I was doing kind of a video series for a while, and I discontinued doing that. So the talk earlier about integrating video into my posting. I'm going to work on starting that back up and figuring out a new content pillar to include.
Awesome. Good stuff, Ian. Appreciate you. Laura, you're up.
My tip is a takeoff on Elizabeth's 26 things before 2026. I'm asking my accountability buddies in this community to hold me accountable. My goal is to book 26 appointments with great restaurant brands that are not currently partners with our corporate and government clients before 2026.
How about we help you with your goal, and you can, since we haven't had an official Cali Barbecue De Nova meeting, why don't you go ahead and you're down to 25, so you just booked.
Woohoo! Thank you,
go.
Sean. Thank you,
Of
Maddie, for being a partner.
Absolutely.
And yeah, I appreciate all of you so much.
Awesome. We appreciate you, Laura. Thank you. And thank you for bringing Sarah. We appreciate that. Elizabeth, takeaway, homework assignment.
Oh, I love that so much. Things happening right here in front of us, you guys. If you aren't on stage and you're watching us live, there is room up here for you. And please don't be intimidated by this group. We want to hear from you, and you may surprise yourself, honestly, when you get up here. So that's your homework assignment, people, is to come and join us sometime. We would love to have you. I think for myself, there was a little bit of conviction hitting me because I post a lot for my clients, but I don't post much for myself anymore. And I really need to get on that. So I can sit here and talk all the talk about posting, but I haven't done it for myself.
You have the shoemaker problem. You make the shoes for everyone in the village, but you don't take care of your own shoes.
Right. I'm barefoot right now. Welcome to the South Carolina. I never wear shoes. Okay. But no, so that's my homework, is to actually get it, and probably feasible is to post outside of sharing the live things that I do on social media. Anyway. Okay. Back to you, Sean.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, Elizabeth. Maddie Smokes, you're up.
My homework maybe is to come back with a tip one of these days and not leave with homework every time. But definitely leaving with homework as always. But it's just like what Spencer was saying: consistency, not being afraid to post just anything. If it's bad, it disappears. If it's good, it maintains. And I learned my lesson. Last week I posted an image of myself playing hockey, and somehow it got out to like 7,000 people when I normally get like 400 on any post. And so everybody cared about me saying I was turning 40 and playing hockey. And I don't know why, but 60% of them weren't even my followers. But so you never know what's going to work and what's going to get you exposure. So I got to keep up with the consistency and not be afraid.
There it is. I love it. Great story. Ward, tip, takeaway, homework assignment.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's a tip for everybody else, but it's a tip for myself, which is flush the negative. I tend to write very direct. I tend to speak very direct and to the point. And then I read the AI version of me, and it's like I need to have a lobotomy or a gender-specific change or something, because it's not even close to me. And so I can reread that and get some different ideas. But at the same time, I need to write something in a way that someone wants to read it through the entire article. So yeah, I need to be just outwardly nicer, I guess. I'm not a great smiler, so I just need to work on those kind of things. I look at everybody on here, y'all just smile. You look so nice and happy, and I just I've been in the industry for 40 years on the operating side, so I have as many war stories as all of y'all. Spilling hot grease on your feet, just all the fun stuff about working in a restaurant. But yeah, so my goal is to be more upbeat relative to how I post, while still being me, which could be hard.
Ward, we appreciate it. And thank you to everybody that joined, people that are watching. Please join us. Friday is Pitch the Tide. So we have Pathway. That is a technology company. They are new onto the space. 2 founders, Pathway, Luis Martinez Moore. He will be pitching us on Friday. So opening up, he'll tell us about what they're building and why they're building it. And then our community will give him feedback, constructive feedback, positive feedback, ways that he can improve so that their go-to-market strategy is stronger. If you have a restaurant, technology, or service business that you want to showcase on Fridays and you want feedback on your pitch, please email us at podcast@calibbq.media, and Mike will get you booked onto that show. If you want to host these Wednesday shows, we're always looking for guest hosts, and we're also looking for topics. So always open for new ideas. Thank you so much for joining us. Mike, thank you for producing the show. Sarah, Spencer, Ian, Laura, Elizabeth, Maddie, Ward, and everyone that joined previously. We appreciate you. As always, stay curious, get involved. Don't be afraid to ask for help. And don't circle back. Let's finish the year strong.
Have a great week.
Check out. I might put a circle on my back for Halloween. Don't be surprised if you see the wolf pack with me as a circle on my back.